Okay, so this is my fourth health and PE lesson. So this one's going to be over different various exercises um, that I put into stations. So this is for first grade students. So this is like health related fitness and endurance, strength and flexibility. And this is something too, like where the students will also understand how if you exercise more, that heart is more will be healthier. So that it's good for your overall health and body if you exercise more. So, so the vocabulary that they should know some of them, like flexibility, muscle, exercise, and fitness. So they might not know at that age what flexibility is, um, or maybe they not know what fitness is. So they would probably need definitions for those. But like muscle and exercise, they probably already know what that is. Um, So how this would work is that the materials you would need were like are cones, jump rope, like hula hoops, and a speaker. Uh, the speaker would just play music in the background. That way they can maybe it will help with like rhythm or something like that, or maybe just background music for them a little bit more time. Um, so how it will work is there's a 5 minute warm up. So the whole class will do like dynamic moves like jumping jacks, stretching, and stuff like that. Maybe like arm circles, lunges, toe touch, just something you would do in a regular gym class. Um, and then you would ask the students like what can make you constantly healthier besides like the foods that you eat. And then you can roll into that working out, fitness, and stuff like that makes it healthier. And then and then you can roll into like, hey, it makes your heart healthier with doing this. So you could say like, hey, like tell me what happens to your heart when you guys like run around for like 30 seconds, and then they come back to be like it's beating really fast, and you're like, yeah, that get your blood flowing and everything. And if you constantly do that the right way, then your heart will be healthier, and then your overall health will be healthier. So then you roll into stations. This takes about um, 2, 3, 4, so 20, 16, 20 minutes. I would say 15, 20 minutes because I have 4 minutes per station, but there's 4 stations that I have them. So one station they're on a jump rope, um, do different jump roping techniques, push-ups, obviously learning the proper technique for that. Um, so that way they're not just like bobbing their head, or they're not getting enough bend in their arms on the way down. Flexibility, so obviously stretching is a big is really important to if you work out a lot, you need to stretch a lot. And then running, you can also do sprints with this. Um, and obviously running is really good for us if we do it the right way. So after you would cover all of that, the class gathers would gather together, and then they would say like, hey, like how do you feel? Because usually like you feel tired, but you feel like accomplished after that. So maybe the students will say something along those lines. For formative and summative assessments, observation and student questioning. So you would just ask the students about these certain things, and then the exit ticket um, is something that I would do. You might just ask these questions as well. Um, you could give them a reflection sheet, but I mean it's gym class. I don't think they're gonna be very focused on filling out something at that time, especially in first grade. Um, and they list and describe the activities and what they did in those certain spots. So like a jump rope, we just did normal. Then we might have tried to do backwards. We might have tried like crossing the rope, or we might try like 1 foot at a time. Push-ups, what was required on the push-ups. Um, Flexibility, just list like why it's important, so you don't pull muscles or anything like that. And then running, what type of running activities did you do? Stuff like that. Um, I would give them immediate feedback on the lesson, because if they're not doing something right, they probably need correction right away. Um, and And then also like if there's the differentiation, if there's something somebody needs help with, just help them. Um, because if they're not doing it right, then that goes in the feedback part too. I probably help them with that. The challenge kids probably increase reps. Um, it's like the jump rope. If like all of the activities you're giving them is easy, then I would just give them some harder ones. And at the end, just the cool down part. Um, have them like breathe, do more like light stretches. So, and I mean that's the gist of it. So that's kind of what I would have through all of it. Um, I would just start with like basic stretching, getting blood flow. Go over all of those. Um, Tiers are already set up. Go through the stations. Give feedback, and then the differentiation. If they need help them. If they need something to challenge them more, then increase reps or like do more complicated stuff. So that is it. That was my second PE lesson.